When Donald Trump declared his interest in buying Greenland, the announcement sparked laughter around the world. Headlines ridiculed it as a surreal real estate deal, and critics dismissed it as another one of his eccentric ideas. But what if there was more to the story? Beneath the sensationalism lies a calculated strategy, one that reveals the Arctic's growing role as a battleground for global superpowers. Greenland, a vast and resource-rich island at the edge of the Arctic Circle, is far more than an icy expanse. It is the key to the next frontier of geopolitical dominance. Over the past decades, the Arctic has evolved from a frozen wilderness into one of the most contested regions on Earth. Climate change is rapidly melting ice caps, exposing immense reserves of oil, gas, and rare earth minerals, while opening up shorter shipping routes between continents. The race for these resources and strategic positions has drawn the world's major powers into fierce competition. Greenland, with its untapped potential and unparalleled location, has emerged as the linchpin of this new global chessboard. Trump's overture was neither impulsive nor naive. It was part of a broader U.S. strategy to secure dominance in the Arctic, particularly as rival nations like Russia and China aggressively pursue their own ambitions. Russia has reinvigorated its Arctic militarization, reopening Soviet-era bases and deploying cutting-edge weaponry. Meanwhile, China, calling itself a near-Arctic state, is investing heavily in infrastructure and research to assert its influence. In this heated environment, the United States cannot afford to fall behind, and Greenland offers a chance to outmaneuver its adversaries. The timing of Trump's interest was also strategic. With Russia embroiled in the Ukraine conflict, its attention and resources have been stretched thin, leaving less bandwidth for Arctic ambitions. This parallels Moscow's recent setbacks in regions like Syria, where its influence has waned due to overextension. By seizing the moment, the U.S. aims to strengthen its Arctic foothold while one of its key competitors is distracted. Greenland's significance goes beyond mere geography. It embodies the intersection of climate change, economic opportunity, and global security. Understanding why Trump's interest extends far beyond a purchase proposal is crucial. It sets the stage for a complex and high-stakes narrative, one where the Arctic's fate could reshape the global order for generations to come. Since the 19th century, the United States has shown interest in purchasing Greenland from Denmark. This interest was notably similar to the acquisition of the Danish West Indies, now the U.S. Virgin Islands, in 1917. After World War II, in 1946, during the presidency of Harry S. Truman, the United States made a formal offer to buy Greenland for $100 million in gold. Although Denmark ultimately rejected the proposal, this attempt highlighted the island's strategic importance during the emerging Cold War. Positioned between North America and Europe, Greenland was seen as a vital asset for military defense and geopolitical strategy, particularly in light of growing tensions with the Soviet Union. As the Cold War unfolded, Greenland's importance grew even further. The establishment of the Thule Air Base in the 1950s positioned the island as a key forward operating location for monitoring Soviet activity. Equipped with early warning radar systems, Thule played a vital role in detecting potential missile launches, thus reinforcing Greenland's role as a cornerstone of NATO's defense strategy. Greenland's location between the Atlantic and Arctic Oceans offered unmatched strategic advantages, solidifying its place in the U.S. military's global network. In the modern era, Greenland has re-emerged as a focal point for American interests, driven largely by climate change and its geopolitical implications. The melting ice caps have made vast natural resources, including rare earth minerals, oil, and gas, more accessible than ever. Recognizing this opportunity, the U.S. has sought to strengthen ties with Greenland, exemplified by the reopening of the American consulate in Nuuk in 2019. This move marked a symbolic and practical effort to counter the growing influence of Russia and China in the Arctic. Trump's interest in Greenland can be attributed to three interconnected factors: its strategic location, its wealth of natural resources, and the economic opportunities arising from climate change. The island's position at the crossroads of North America, Europe, and the Arctic Ocean makes it an invaluable asset for national security. From Greenland, the United States can monitor Arctic activities and maintain a strategic advantage over both Russia and China, particularly as tensions in the region continue to escalate. Beyond its location, Greenland's untapped natural resources hold immense economic and strategic potential. The island is rich in rare earth minerals, oil, and gas, resources critical for modern technology, renewable energy, and defense industries. By securing access to these reserves, the U.S. can reduce its dependence on China, which currently dominates the global supply of rare earth elements. This resource independence would not only bolster American industries, but also enhance national security by mitigating supply chain vulnerabilities. Finally, the effects of climate change have opened new economic opportunities in Greenland. Melting ice has unveiled shorter Arctic shipping routes, reducing transit times between Asia, Europe, and North America. Additionally, the possibility of infrastructure development in Greenland aligns with American goals of fostering economic partnerships while countering Chinese investments in the region. Taken together, these factors underscore why Trump's proposal to purchase Greenland was not a whimsical idea, but rather a calculated strategy to secure a competitive edge in the Arctic. The growing competition for Greenland and the Arctic region poses a significant threat to Russia and global stability. Russia, for its part, has long sought to dominate the Arctic through militarization and resource exploitation. Over the years, it has reopened Soviet-era bases, deployed advanced weaponry, and positioned nuclear-powered icebreakers in the region. These efforts are part of Russia's broader strategy to control key shipping lanes, such as the Northern Sea Route, and assert its influence over Arctic waters. However, Russia's ambitions have been complicated by its ongoing conflict in Ukraine, which has diverted resources and attention away from the Arctic. This distraction has provided the United States with a unique window of opportunity to strengthen its presence in Greenland and the broader Arctic region. By capitalizing on Russia's preoccupation, the U.S. has been able to counter Russian advances without facing immediate resistance, further solidifying its strategic position. China's growing influence in the Arctic adds another layer of complexity to this geopolitical landscape. Declaring itself a near-Arctic state, China has invested heavily in Arctic infrastructure, including partnerships with Russia on energy projects. Through its Belt and Road Initiative, China has also sought to gain a foothold in Greenland's resource-rich economy, challenging American and Western influence. In response, the U.S. has intensified diplomatic efforts with Greenland and other Arctic nations, emphasizing the importance of economic and security partnerships to counterbalance Chinese ambitions. The implications of this Arctic competition extend far beyond the region itself. The overlapping interests of the U.S., Russia, and China create a volatile environment with the potential for military confrontations over resources and territorial claims. Additionally, the rapid industrialization and militarization of the Arctic exacerbate environmental challenges, accelerating the impact of climate change on a global scale. As the Arctic becomes a focal point of international competition, the balance of power among major nations could shift, reshaping alliances and geopolitical dynamics in profound ways. In conclusion, Greenland, often perceived as a remote and icy expanse, has emerged as a strategic focal point in the global power struggle between the United States, Russia, and China. The island's unparalleled geopolitical importance, abundant natural resources, and newfound opportunities arising from climate change have placed it at the heart of a rapidly intensifying Arctic race. Trump's interest in purchasing Greenland, while unconventional, underscores a broader and calculated American strategy to secure dominance in this evolving region. From its strategic location, enabling military and economic advantages, to its untapped reserves of critical resources, Greenland embodies a critical asset in the 21st century geopolitical landscape. However, the escalating competition among global powers brings not only opportunities, but also significant risks. Russia's militarization of the Arctic and China's growing influence through economic investments highlight the complexities of Arctic geopolitics. The resulting tensions could disrupt global stability, heighten the risk of conflict, and accelerate environmental challenges in one of the world's most fragile ecosystems. As the Arctic continues to transform, Greenland will remain at the center of this high-stakes competition. Its future will shape not only the balance of power among major nations, but also the broader trajectory of global security and environmental sustainability. The question now is whether international cooperation can prevail over competition in the Arctic, ensuring a stable and sustainable future for this critical region. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth discussions on the strategies shaping our world.